Woohoo! So much fun it is. Woohoo! Let's hit that thing. Oops, 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 oops. Hello, hello, and welcome to Accent on Cars. It's snowing over here today in Massachusetts. Take a look. It's such a wonderland, isn't it? And snow means that we're gonna take the big boy out for a ride. Let's start her up. We've got about 5 inches of snow. Last year I took my car out for a ride on a snowy day. If you haven't seen that video, check it out. It's gonna pop up in the top right corner. And I almost got stuck, but I was on all-season tires, Michelin AS4, pretty good, like excellent all-season tires. However, it doesn't do just enough when the snow is really deep. Unlike last year, this year I have proper winter tires on. I've got Michelin Pilot Alpin, and these are supposed to be really good. I just put them on. They have like 0 miles on them. So let's see how good these tires are, whether they can handle deep snow like this. Needless to say that I am somewhat worried. I really am, because this is truly the first time I'm taking this car on the snow with this new winter tires. So together we're gonna find out if I manage to go somewhere or if I get stuck. See, so far so good. As you can see, I am moving on unplowed surface. Shall I say that I am surprised? Pleasantly surprised. Just this car just keeps moving. There are some, like, you know, you can see there are some tracks from the cars who have driven around here, but not as much. But it has not been plowed. This is a new construction area, so they're not plowing here yet. Wow. Guys, I should say right off the bat, the difference between winter tires and all-season tires are huge, are tremendous. Look, not even a single like wheel spin yet. Nothing. I'm just like moving like if it was on all-wheel drive. So who said that AMGs or two-wheel drive cars could not be driven on snow? Let's drift a little. So yeah, you know, a lot of people nowadays say that, oh, you can't drive like two-wheel drive cars on the snow. That's a nonsense. It is a nonsense. The front struggle to grip. I forgot to tell, by the way, the fronts are still all-season Michelin AS4s. The rear ones are snow tires. So I do not recommend doing that. You should definitely, most definitely, put on winter tires on all 4 corners. Especially it's important to put the same brand and the same model tire. But the reason I don't have like winter tires on the front is not because I'm being cheap. It's only because I just couldn't find them. There's a shortage of winter tires. I wanted to have like Michelin Alpines on all 4 corners, but they're out of stock. I couldn't find nothing on the tire rack. And by the way, for the rear, I bought the last 2 of the 3 available. I am pleasantly surprised. I mean, not that I didn't know the difference between the winter tires and all-season tires, but on this particular car, on AMG, I wasn't sure if that was gonna make enough of a difference. A little bit of a power slide here. The oil hasn't reached its operating temperature yet, so I don't want to like do anything crazy with the spinning and power slides. Woohoo! AS4 Michelin all-season tires are pretty good all-season tires anyway, so I'm not too worried about having them up on the front because they do amazing job on the snow anyway. And being rear-wheel drive, I needed like a winter tires in the back, on the back. So that's what we've got. But you know, I'm not, if I'm on a highway on a snow day like this, I'm just like gonna be aware that my front will have less grip than my rear ones. So and that's a key. That's really important. You know, when driving on a snow day, I'm actually gonna raise the car because we have you know, some like snow piled up. I don't want to hit the bottom of the car. So it is going a little, it's a little tail happy. It's important to be aware of the conditions around you. Many people, they just, you know, they think they have all-wheel drive cars and they go like crazy on the snow. All-wheel drive definitely gives you more traction, but it's not gonna save you on the slippery conditions. And it's even harder to get the car under control if you are going sideways in an all-wheel drive car. If you're going sideways in a rear-wheel drive car, correcting the course is somewhat easy and predictable. You just like lift off and work actively with your steering, and you try to work with the steering and correct the course of the car before the car goes like sideways in either direction too much. With all-wheel drive, it's not that straightforward. It's all like different from the car to car. It's different from the system to system. If you have like permanent four-wheel drive system, that's a little easier than if you have all-wheel drive. Like all-wheel drive cars are like two-wheel drive, and the clutches like activate the other two wheels, and you never know when that clutch is gonna kick in. It makes it even a little more unpredictable. So be aware of the conditions around you always, regardless of what the car you're driving, two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive. If you are living in conditions like this, it's strongly recommended to put the winter tires on, and you can see it yourself right now. I am going on the snow like if I were a four-wheel drive car. On an all season, I probably would have been like struggling like this. Last year when I drove it, again, check that video out, it's pretty fun to watch. I got stuck and I wanted to call a tow truck already. Then the car managed to get out. How does it behave when braking? Yeah, the traction is really low right now. As soon as I touch the brakes, ABS kicks in because it's really slippery. And yet when we get going, the tires just do an amazing job. Wow, Michelin Pilot Alpin. I am legitimately pleasantly surprised. So we're gonna go on the back roads and see if we can power slide a little bit. Okay, those of you who worry about me driving this car on the snow, first of all, I drive this car all year round. I'm not one of those people who buy the car and just look at it. I drive it. I enjoy it every day in every condition. Woohoo! So anyhow, I drive it every day and in every condition, and I just like wash the car after each snow day. Today I am not too worried at all because they just have put the sand down. They haven't even salted yet. Over here they don't like salt too much in this particular town, but they haven't even like salted yet because it's still snowing pretty actively. I make sure I take the car through the car wash with underbody wash options selected each time. So my car has zero rust underneath or anywhere. Actually recently when I took the car to my mechanic, and he said that this was one of the cleanest AMGs he has seen, or like W211s in general, he has seen in Massachusetts in recent years. We have some downhills and uphills over here. Let's see how we do on surfaces like this. I'm gonna put the gearbox in the manual, and I also turned the stabilization off. Pretty risky move if you ask me. Probably another like tip or like advice I can give to you guys, like when driving your rear-wheel drive car on the snow, is to maybe like invest in some like training. You know, unfortunately, like the rules and regulations are somewhat strict in the States, so you cannot just like learn even like on empty parking lots on weather like this. I took winter driving course years ago, and that was probably the best thing I have done. I have like invested in terms of like improving my driving skills. Uphill, no issue. Just be aware that the winter tires are, you know, help with snow, but they don't help with ice. So you still want to be alert on like freezing rainy days, and want to watch out for black ice. The best tires on ice are studded winter tires. Oops. See, you have to be like really careful with the brakes. I applied too much brakes over there, and the front lost the front tires lost grip, definitely, like expected. Like, what did I expect when applying that much brakes? So you want to be like gentle with the brakes, okay? Woohoo! This is so much fun. This is so much fun. This is just an empty industrial area. I really hope that nobody acts like a jerk and kind of like calls cops on me or anything. Woo! So much fun. So much fun it is. Woohoo! Oops. Yep. Lost control a little bit and almost hit that thing. Yep. Now, when sliding around like that, you want your transmission to be in the manual setting. In the second gear is the best, so that the transmission does not upshift and downshift on its own. All right. Can we go around here? Yes, we sure can. It's getting dangerous. It's getting dangerous. Yeah. Almost hit that like thing over here again. Yep. No, the fronts must have winter tires also. Having them just in the back is still dangerous. The rear ones just grip so much more than the front, which scares me. I think another problem is that over here the plows have worked and it's not snow anymore. It's like icy and dangerous, so we gotta get out of here. The road is getting a little more slippery because of the plows, you know, and the temperature has gone up, so it's turning into slush and ice. Man, I love this car. I love driving this all year round. This is just like such a beautiful, I don't know, drivable car, especially like over here in central Massachusetts, you know, where we get this much snow. You can play with it, you can enjoy it. I don't know, don't listen to those who said AMGs don't go on the snow, you can't really drive it on snow. You can. You just need to have proper tires and some driving skills, and most importantly, you have to be aware of the conditions. Don't be a jerk. So we are going like 30 miles an hour, you know, like, and there's a big hill over there. Let's see how the car does going up the hill. I think it will be fine, but let's find out. If it was on the snow, it was just snow, I probably would have been less worried, but because the plows are now like plowing it and turning it into sheer ice pretty much, I am worried whether we'll manage to go up that hill. I feel the rear tires losing grip a little bit. You just want to be steady on the acceleration pedal, and you also want to be gentle and linear. Wow. Yeah, like look at this hill, guys, look at this hill. Yeah, the ESP started blinking. No issues whatsoever. Michelin Alpine Sport, what do? You are amazing. Woohoo! 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 Amazing! Amazing! So much fun, so much fun. Jip. That's a king of weather like this. Thank you for plowing the roads for us in conditions like this. We appreciate that. Yeah, if you ever lose traction or brakes when going down the hill, do not just like smash on the brakes. That's a mistake that most people do. They just like step on their brakes, they lock their wheels, they lock their steering in one direction, and they just like slide until they hit something. Try to be gentle with the brakes, try to kind of like slow down with your gearbox by shifting manually. Be active. It's super important to be active with the steering wheel. You gotta like work before you lose control. You gotta like predict and feel that whether the tires are losing grip with your butt, and if you do, you gotta be like active. But don't work with the steering wheel in a jerky manner too. Like, you want to be like smooth. It's all about like working with the steering wheel smooth, working like fast, like turning it like, you know, proactively, and being gentle and smooth with the pedals. That's the key. Woohoo! Man, this is fun. This is fun. See, like the key is to be like smooth with the steering wheel and turn it proactively.